So today I'll be bringing y'all a little bit of different content, right? I'm about to be telling y'all about the first time I ever got my car stolen in the rental car game. I'm in the rental car space, as a lot of people know, and this happens here and there if you have the right protection. And this person tried to steal my car, highly unsuccessful because we do have the proper protection on our vehicles, right? So let's get into the story. So back then, about a year and a half ago, I was renting out cars, right, from my apartment. But I was smart enough to not rent it at my address. I was using a parking lot across the street from my apartment, right? So nobody ever knew that I lived there. So I can see everything from my high rise. I used to live in a high rise and I could see down onto my parking lot that I was renting cars out of. One day I rented out my BMW X3 and the client returned the car around 8 p.m. And when he returned the car around 8 p.m., I was like, all right, cool. And we have remote unlock and lock features to where we can lock and unlock the car from our phone. So now, once he said he returned the car, I locked it from my phone, didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, I'll go check on it in a few more minutes. So I went down there, checked on it, right? And I opened the door. Mind you, the key wasn't in there, but I can unlock it and lock it from my phone. So I unlocked the car. I went in the armrest where he said the key was at, and the key wasn't there. So I'm like, hey man, the key isn't there. Like, where is the key? Where did you put it? Oh, I put it in the armrest, man. I put it in the armrest. I'm like, the key isn't there. So I checked the glove compartment. I checked everywhere, like literally under the seats, everywhere. So at this point, I'm thinking either somebody went in there and took the key because they know how my process goes, or he took the key on accident. I don't know. At this point, I'm not thinking it's a setup, right? So now, we give the dude 3 days. We tell him we can't find the key, so we give him like 3 days for the key to pop up. Key doesn't pop up. This is on a Wednesday when he returns the car. It's Friday now. So we're like, bro, we gotta charge you for this, right? We gotta charge you for this key because obviously you returned the car. So we weren't in possession of the key. So we have to charge you for this key. So now at this point, I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and get another key. We had a spare. Obviously, we have spare keys in the rental car game, so we had a spare key. Like I said, come Friday, I get a Suburban wash, right? We had a black Suburban. And in and out the Storytime, y'all will hear me saying Suburban and Tahoe. I might get the two mixed up, but they're the same car. Literally, one is just longer. The Suburban is longer than the Tahoe. All right, so I get the Suburban washed, right? We actually own a Suburban. I come back and I return the Suburban, right, after getting washed. And when I pull up in this parking lot that I'm telling you guys about, I see a hand spray painted Tahoe, hand spray painted army green. I'm like, well, what's going on? Because in this parking lot, all of my cars are parked like this along a wall. So they're all parked backed up to this wall, nice and neat for clients, right? So this Tahoe, like I said, my cars are lined up like this. The Tahoe was basically blocking off my BMW X3. So instantly, anybody in their right mind would say, this Tahoe being here is not normal because it's hand spray painted. They have like paint smeared over the windows tinted pitch black, like limousine black, presidential tint black, like can't see anything in the car. So instantly, it clicked, all right? So I'm like, something not right. So I grabbed a BB gun. No, it wasn't a real BB gun. So yeah, I grabbed a little Nerf gun. At this point, I'm like, okay, something not right. So the person gets out of the car, out of the Tahoe, and starts taking picture of my BMW X3. Mind you, this car was the car that had the missing key. But at this point, I'm still not sure of what's going on. So I'm just sitting there watching, right? These people don't know who the owner of this car is. They don't know that the owner of this car is looking right at them, right? So the dude gets out of the car and starts taking pictures of the BMW, which has the missing key. He's taking pictures. So I'm like, okay, he's taking a lot of pictures. So maybe this must be the renter. Then, not the renter, that actually rented the car, but a renter that's coming up, because we have over 30 cars. So I'm like, people coming in and out booking, you know. All right, let me just sit here and watch. So I backed into the parking spot. But before I backed into the parking spot, I kind of sat there a little bit and then I backed in and parked. I didn't want to make it seem, you know, suspicious to this person that I'm the owner of this car that he's trying to steal. So then at this point, I still don't know that he's trying to steal the car. I'm sitting here watching him in the Suburban. He opens the door without a key. So at this point, I know who has the key. And this isn't the renter, y'all. This is not the renter. This is some completely different person from who rented my car. So at this point, I know who has my key. So it clicked on me. I called the owner because most of these cars I do not own. I make money off of them by renting them out. I do not own them. So I called a person that owns the car. And I say, bro, I know who got your key. I'm sitting here looking at him right now. And he was like, okay, well, what can you do? He's like, all right, we'll call the police. So I was like, all right, bro, I'm about to call the police. I hung up, called the police. I said, hey, my key came up missing. A while ago, I have a rental car agency. My key came up missing, and I see who has it. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm just letting y'all know that something's about to happen, right? I'm not stupid. I let the police know, and then I hung up. And then I called the owner back, and I said, all right, I told the police. So then the police called me back while I'm on the phone with the police, giving them some information. The dude that got out of the green Tahoe got in the Tahoe and parked back behind this building that was to my left. Like I told y'all, I backed my cars up to a building, right? So the dude in the Tahoe that started taking pictures, he got in the Tahoe, pulled to the left side of this building, but I could still barely see the back of the Tahoe, right? I could barely see it. And I see the dude that's driving get out and peek around the corner, right? While I'm sitting in my Suburban, the thief, I didn't even see a thief get out to even get in the BMW. I didn't see nothing. I looked to my right, the BMW's still there. I looked to my left, and the dude that's in the Suburban is right there peeking around the corner. But mind y'all, I'm in the middle, in between, and these people have no idea that I'm the owner of this car, right? So I'm just sitting here watching them like they stupid. They look so dumb. Then the police call me back. Like I said, I'm on the phone with the police. My parking lot is like an island. So there's a road right here, and then there's a road on the other side. It's like a diamond, right? It's a diamond, but it's an island. So it's three main roads around this island, right? So my parking lot is right in the middle. All right, so I told y'all the dude that was peeking around the corner that hopped out of the Tahoe was on my left, right, behind the building. I followed the dude, but I went around the island. So mind y'all, I'm still on the phone with the police. So I go around to meet the same dude that went this way, right? So I went this way around the island. As I'm following him, I see, like, I'm at the light, right? I'm on a major road, and it's ton of traffic. While I'm at the stoplight, I'm still on the phone with the police. They're asking a whole bunch of unnecessary questions. I look in my rearview mirror, y'all, and guess what I see? Y'all can take a wild guess. I see the BMW X3 get stolen, driving right behind me, speeding through traffic. At first, I was telling the cops the key was missing. Now, I'm like, no. Forget everything I just told you. They literally just took the car, and they're right behind me speeding through traffic. I'm looking at them right now. They stole my car. They like, what's the color of the car? Are you being harmed? And just a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Like, just send cops to the location. So now I'm at the stoplight still, but I see him behind me. So he cuts through the parking lot and gets behind the guy in the Suburban that I'm trying to meet head on head, right, to kind of see where he's going. Like I said, I didn't want to follow the dude out of the parking lot, so I went around the parking lot to meet him head to head to see what was going on. So then I went around, the light turned green, and then the guy in the BMW cut in the parking lot and got behind the guy in the Suburban that I was trying to meet head to head. So once I got fully around the parking lot, I'm literally head to head with this green Tahoe, this hand spray painted green Tahoe, and then the BMW X3 was behind him, following him, right? So I drive up and I kind of turn in front of the green Suburban. At this point, he rolls his window down, right? So we're driving like this. He honking his horn in the green Tahoe. He's honking the horn, bah, bah, bah. So he rolls the window down. I'm like, it's about to go down. So I started ducking and I just hit the gas because I'm thinking he gonna start shooting, right? So luckily he didn't, and I just kept driving. And at this point, I'm still on the phone with the cops. So now I hang up with the cops, and then I call the owner. I was like, yeah, bro, they just took the car. Like, they literally just got the car and was gone. So now that they got the car and was gone, I'm like, we just gonna have to get on the phone with the cops and tell them the location. So now we're on the phone with the dispatcher, and the dispatcher is giving the police in each district every single location that they're going to as we call it out on the phone. So we're hearing, the dispatchers telling every single unit in Houston where these people are going. So at this point, I'm in a high-rise apartment, and I hear all these sirens going on everywhere. It was wild. Like, I'm standing on top of my balcony hearing all of this stuff go on. Then she's like, okay, well, we're dispatching helicopters, and we're dispatching this unit and this unit and this district. And we're on the phone with these police as this all is going down live in action, in person. They're like, we're dispatching helicopters now. So I hear helicopters going out, like, in real life. As they're saying it on the phone, I literally hear these helicopters coming out in person. We can hear it all happening, like, in real life, like a real police chase behind my rental car. After all of this is done in like 30 minutes, all of this is done. The people stop the car probably like 20 minutes away from the actual location. And they do this stuff during rush hour when there's a lot of traffic. So it was 20 minutes down the road. The cops are like, okay, we finally got your vehicle. The people that were in the car ran away, right? They got out of the car and they ran away. They left the car where it was. So I went to go pick up the car with the owner. And when I got there, right, the car was in Section 8, full of, like, it was a whole bunch of people outside just looking at the car. It was a whole bunch of police, right? It was a police chase. Police everywhere. So now I'm walking up to go get this car with 2 police officers, right? And the police officers were just getting information on the renter. I'm like, the renter didn't steal this car. It was somebody else. So I was giving the renters information, all the information I was giving to them. This was all Friday, right? So I hop in the car, I leave, I take the car back, we get the keys remade, get everything done. So boom, we got the car back. Cool, we got the car back. We good now, right? No, we're not good. Now that we got the car back, come Sunday morning, I wake up Sunday morning because I had a car come in that I had to go check out, right? So now that I had to go check this car out, I went downstairs and it was probably like 7, 8 in the morning. I'm looking and I see somebody to my left in a car, right? To my left is a car just sitting there running. 7 in the morning, no businesses are open, no nothing. I'm thinking, okay, cool, somebody just sleeping in their car, no problem. So I check out the car and I go back in my apartment. And when I go back in my apartment, like I said, I can see everything going on in this parking lot from my balcony. So now I'm like, all right, cool, nothing's going on. I still don't see nothing weird happening. So I go back downstairs, right, around 12. So 7 in the morning, I went outside to check on this car. But 12 p.m., I go back and I went to go wash my car, wash my Audi. At this time, I had the chrome Audi. So I went to go wash it. And then the same car is sitting right there. So from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, this dude's still sitting in the car. So at this point, I'm like, something up. And like me, I'm super aware of what's going on around me. Like any normal person, I feel like they would have passed that up. I actually drove through the parking lot and I stopped. I put my hazard lights on and then I watched this car from my rearview mirror. I didn't sit behind the car and look at it and face the car. I moved in front of the dude and looked and watched him from my rearview mirror the whole time. At this point, I'm recording my rearview mirror. 20 minutes go by, nothing happened. I'm like, I'm gonna wait it out. 10 minutes go by, the dude moves out of the parking lot and goes by this dumpster that's in the parking lot, right? Goes by this dumpster where there's more space. Now there's more space. He finally gets out of the car. This is the same dude. I think this is the same dude that rented my car. At this point, I'm still not sure. He just looked like him. So I pull up my phone and I looked at the ID and then I looked at the recording. So I'm comparing the two, but I'm still far away because I'm looking in my rearview mirror. So I'm still not completely sure. So I'm like, what's going on? So I stood there a little bit longer. He goes to the trunk, pulls out a bunch of pillows and sheets and stuff. So I'm like, So they got a whole watch team. They got a whole watch team watching this vehicle, right? Still not sure. I'm still not too sure on what's going on. I don't want to, accuse anybody of anything. So at this point, I'm still waiting. He gets back in the car. He sits in it a little bit longer. I sit in my car a little bit longer. So now this dude finally starts driving away, right? And this whole time I'm recording him through my rearview mirror. Like I said, I'm still not sure. So he passes by me, and this made it click that this was the dude that rented my vehicle, and this was all a setup. I was aware of what was going on, but I wasn't accusing anybody because this is very serious business that we doing. Like, y'all trying to steal my car. So I can't accuse anybody like up front of stealing my car. So in the beginning, y'all may be thinking, yeah, this dude is just renting a car. He could have gave the key to somebody else. Yeah, because I'm telling you the story. But at this point, I'm thinking somebody still could have went in the car to take the key after he dropped off the car, because they probably found out how my process works. I'm like, still not sure if this is a renter. He's too far for me to really tell 100% because I'm looking through my rearview mirror. But as he's leaving out of the parking lot, I'm looking for his license plate to get on camera. Don't see the license plate anywhere. No license plate on the front, no license plate on the back. So I'm like, this is the dude that rented my car. This is a whole setup, because that license plate was missing on that car. So I keep looking for the license plate, keep looking for it. It was in his back rearview mirror, upside down. That's when I really knew, all right, cool. So now I have all of the evidence that this renter was a person who set it up. Now I give this information to the cops. I'm like, yeah, I got every single piece of evidence y'all need. I need this person out of here so they don't keep trying to steal my cars. Usually I wouldn't do some stuff like that, but when it comes to you, like, keep messing with my business and you're trying to watch me and watch my business, watch my cars, you're sleeping in my parking lot, watching my cars. At this point, I'm like, yeah, he gotta go. So I give all the information in to the police. Guess what the police do? Not a single thing, right? That's how my car got stolen and away, and they weren't so successful with it, as y'all can see. But in the rental car game, it's a lot of situations to where people try to steal your cars, but if you protect them the right way, by learning from me, I'll teach y'all the right ways on how to protect y'all's vehicles and how to deal with situations like this, because not everybody would have dealt with this situation like I did. A lot of people probably would have said something to the person that got out of that Suburban or Tahoe and started taking pictures of their car, right? A lot of people would have said something, but me, I sat there and watched, and in the end, I came out winning simply because I kept my mouth closed. Now, if I would have said something, it could have been a whole bunch of people in this car with guns. They could have robbed, they could have did anything, right? It was one versus however many people were in that car. So sometimes it's always good just to be quiet and pay attention to what's going on. So yeah, y'all, that's my story time. And if y'all want more videos like this, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below on any more details that you want to know on this video that may help you in the future with your rental car business. And I'll see y'all on the next one.